All right, the webcast is back up and rolling. Dano, here's the format in the women's super final.
Break it down.
Break it down. Regina Jaquist first. April Coble-Eller. Regina will be the first one out. April will be second. Pretty much boils down to this. April has to beat Regina no matter what. She cannot tie Regina. She has to overtake Regina if she wants to capture the title. They're going to open up at 32 off of a 75-foot line here in the super final.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go ahead and admit it straight up. This is my favorite way to watch slalom skiing go down. This head-to-head super final style is what I look for when it comes down to it. Regina, of course, both of these, Regina and April, both of them veterans. Regina always tends to like to go off the dock first, it seems like, in these super finals. She likes to really set the mark, and then the second skier has to beat her. Things are about to get interesting right here. There are no ties in this at all. The second skier must beat the first skier. When it comes down to it, it's a mental game as much as it is. As much as it is as far as skiing goes, it comes down to keeping your head straight and your mind in it the whole entire time right here. This is a big deal. This is the first time that the U.S. Open has been back in quite some time, and a U.S. Open championship would mean so much to either one of these veterans getting ready to hit the water right now. Regina Jaquist for Good Water Skis, representing Eagle wetsuits out there. The Picos Ski School Hungry Boards paddle boards, 32 off, 34 miles an hour. Your 2014 Women's Skier of the Year, Regina Jaquist.
Here we go, 32 off of a 75-foot line. Regina Jaquist rounding number one over to number two. If you're just tuning in on the webcast, this is a 4-buoy course here at Lake Ivanhoe. So Regina makes her way around 4 buoys. It's interesting when we do a head-to-head competition where the second person has to overcome the first person, because typically, being that second person, all you got to do is have that knowledge of what the first person has done before you to overtake them. But here you're almost at a little bit of a disadvantage because you cannot tie. The good thing is April will always know what Regina has to do, and right now April will be coming out at 32 off. Knowing that Regina just ran it, she needs all 4 buoys to advance to the next pass.
Well, and how many times have we seen this same final go down right here over the past few seasons? Regina Jaquist, April Coble-Eller. April, obviously, a skier that Regina has looked up to growing up, and it means so much to Regina and April to both be battling head-to-head against each other here in these elite events. Well, here we go, 32 miles an hour, guys. I'm sorry, 34 miles an hour, 32 off. April Coble-Eller, round one, over to number two. Nice and easy, smooth and simple to 3, and around number 4. A pass that she can run in her sleep, April Coble-Eller.
And it's very evenly matched, with April really turning it on towards the end of the season here. Now we know she is capable of getting into that 41 off loop, as we know Regina holding that world record into the 41 off loop. So both of these skiers on a 4-buoy course, it's not out of anybody's range. Regina knows that she's going to have to put something big together if she's going to win the championship here today.
Absolutely, and Regina definitely is going to shoot to tie her personal best every time that she's on the water in a contest, no doubt about it. And Regina getting ready to rip through as we get set to put the throttles down, letting the water settle up here. Big ups to Nautique Boats. They're bringing out the most premier boats on the market. You can stop at the Nautique tent and check them out while you're over there. Sign up for your chance to win an iPad mini. Here's Regina Jaquist, 35 off a 75-foot line. 34 miles an hour around buoy number 4. And there you go. Another simple, smooth, and easy pass from Regina Jaquist.
Well, Regina has, on each side of the course, very proportionate turns. She can get angle on the 1-3-5 turn, or the 1-3 here, and the 2-4 getting it done, just so flawless, textbook. And there's so many people out there in Webland, I know, that have tried to emulate what Regina can do on a slalom ski. She is certainly one of the best we've ever seen in the history of the sport, and you're getting to see the display of slalom skiing that, well, that's what it needs to look like to have the world record.
Well, just across the board, you see what she can do on anything, whether it's a slalom ski or jump skis or a trick ski. Heck, I'd be nervous if I was a pro wakeboarder. What if she wanted to get in on that?
I would guess she would do just fine in wakeboarding, too, as April comes back in. A little choppy around number 1, over to number 2, a bit slow. April needs a long pull into number 3, gets it, and is over to number 4. So there we go. We got a competition on our hands, Dano. They're going to be coming back in at 38 off.
Well, that's the only way we'd want it out here. We'd like things to get interesting. Action, drama, and a combination of both. When it comes down to it, that's, my friend, what makes a competition happen. Battling it out. If I know Regina and April like I do, they are probably out there just talking mad trash to each other right now in the back pass.
Well, I don't know about mad trash, but, a very friendly rivalry between the two. And like you said, Regina grew up basically, looking up to April. And it's truly amazing that they're here battling it out in the final round.
I was going to say, it's safe to say there's probably no trash talking going on out there at all. Here we are, 38 feet off of a 75-foot line. 34 miles an hour, your world record holder, Regina Jaquez, coming around buoy number 2, over to number 3. Can she make it up, around, and over? There it is to number 4. How about that? 38 off from Regina Jaquez.
Well, and taking a look at the transition from number 2 to number 3, the crosswind had picked up just a little bit, and Regina had to compensate by pulling longer into number 3. So April, having the knowledge of Regina's past, knows she has to get all 4 buoys, but the wind has just kicked up a little bit, making that transition, Dano, from that 2 to 3 buoy. You definitely need to pull long so you don't end up short.
Well, absolutely, and talking about the wind, we talked about 35 minutes ago, we had mentioned that there was absolutely no wind. We do have a wind shift going right now. Coming off the ramp, it looks like it would be maybe it is a crosswind coming through right now. So straight across the lake, adding a little bit more texture for these skiers. Let's check out April Koval-Eller right now, lining it up, linking it up, setting up, going through the gates. 38 off around number 1. Over, and just coming late around number 1.
Yeah, and I couldn't really tell, but I think she did not quite get the separation off the second wake to prepare herself to come around number 1 where she wanted to be. With that being said, your 2014 champion is Regina Jaquez, so she takes home yet another title, Dano.
Absolutely. Regina definitely, I know she wasn't frustrated about her performance in jump, but definitely wanted to take the W. Nonetheless, she's got one in slalom. She's going to be stoked. And there it is, guys, pro women's slalom skiing. But right now, I am super amped and super stoked and proud to say I've got a very, very special guest getting ready to sit down and hang out with me over here in the announcers area. Guys, he is the president and CEO of the Nautique brand, the one and only Bill Jurgen. The Jurgs is here to talk about the company's awesome boats, including Nautique's latest announcements and what we can expect from Nautique here in the future. But first, it looks like we got Regina out there running a 39 off pass for us, Bill. How about that? I'm sorry.
What an athlete.
41? 39 off right there, Bill. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right.
Oop. Should be on. There you go.
Yeah, what an athlete. Regina just time and time again does a great job on the water, and she's quite the athlete. Waving for the crowd here.
There she is, Regina Jaquez, guys. Back to shore. Congratulations are definitely in store for that young lady. So Bill Jurgen, president and CEO of the Nautique brand. Bill, a busy guy. You are splitting your time up today between two events that you guys have going on. Tell us a little bit about what's going on over there.
Yeah, we've got a really busy day. We had our company picnic today and had, I think, 600-700 people out at OWC for some fun, and came over here a couple of hours ago, and just really enjoying the energy here, Dano. The great crowds on the beach. Look at Regina and April there doing the group hug, waving the skis together, and just a lot of energy here. Everybody, I've walked around last couple of hours, talked to a lot of people. Everybody's having a lot of fun. We just couldn't be happier to be here and be putting on this event.
Well, Bill, all of us in the industry appreciate Nautique bringing back and sponsoring the U.S. Open of water skiing. You know, it's been a while since this event has happened, and so it's just so cool, and it just makes sense.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a while, and had a lot of people asking us to do this and be part of this, and so we're thrilled to do it. We wanted to do it. We didn't have to be talked into it. We're thrilled to be here, and this is a world-class event, and so it only makes sense to have the world's best ski boat here. And so our team's excited to be here. We're excited to see Nautique's pulling the U.S. Open again this year and for years to come.
Absolutely. So, Bill, what's going on over at the Nautique booth today? I saw the As Our Own G21 is here in the house. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. We've got a lot of stuff going on in the booth. First of all, we've got some boats over there. We encourage everybody to go over, check out the booth, see our team, have a chance to learn a little bit about the boats. We have the As Our Own G21 over there, and as you know, Dano, that's an organization that we're working real hard to support in India. They're just doing an amazing job. It's part of our Nautique Cares initiative. In fact, you can go over there, and we encourage everybody to stop by the booth. That Nautique G21, Super Air Nautique G21, for $100 you can have a chance to own it, and your $100, all $100 of it goes to support an organization in India called As Our Own. That's just a phenomenal organization that are rescuing girls from really bad situations over there. So go over to the Nautique booth, see our team, check out the boats, but more importantly, if you're able, consider donating $100 to As Our Own, and we'll give you an opportunity to win that $120,000 Super Air Nautique G21.
Well, and it's a one of one. I mean, nobody else gets that colorway.
Nope, one of one. It's made specifically for As Our Own. You'll be the only person in the world to have that if you win it, and we hope you do. So stop by the Nautique booth and learn more about it. Really is an amazing cause, Dano, and it'll be the best $100 you spend this year to help As Our Own, even if you don't win, and you got a chance of winning that boat.
So, Bill, I follow not only you through Facebook, but I follow a lot of your skiers through social media, and I heard the mayor of Orlando has officially declared today as Water Ski Day. This must be quite an honor for you.
Yeah, we're excited about that. You know, the city of Orlando is really excited to have the U.S. Open back here in Orlando, and really excited for this event. So the mayor, 2-3 weeks ago, decided that today is City of Orlando Water Ski Day. So you're all here on Water Ski Day, and it's Saturday, so most of us were off work anyway, so it's not a holiday where you get off work, Dano, but it is still fun, and we're excited to be celebrating Water Ski Day here at the U.S. Open.
Well, speaking of being incredibly proud, the Ski Nautique 200, since the first day that saw competition, 17 world records have gone down behind that boat.
Yeah, the Ski Nautique 200 has just dominated the water ski world for about the last 5 years. It's won so many different awards, and it's pulled so many fabulous athletes to records. We've got 17 world records. By world record, I mean never done by anyone before at any level world record. And we got 17 of them. If you take all of the other ski boats combined, all of them, and you combine all of their world records, you wouldn't come up with as many as the Ski Nautique has. In fact, the Ski Nautique probably has double what all the rest combined have. So this is an amazing boat that you're seeing on the water today. The Ski Nautique 200, really the world's best ski boat.
And you talk about world records, the current world record holder in slalom skiing happens to be on the water right now. We are just moments away from getting into our men's head-to-head slalom final. Nautique team athlete Nate Smith is out there on the water. It's a guy you're proud of.
Oh, Nate's just an amazing young man. You know, he just was with us last weekend, Dano, down in El Salvador for one of our Nautique Cares trips, and we took a bunch of athletes down to El Salvador and worked with a school down there and fed several hundred families. And Nate was just telling me about an hour ago here on the beach just how impactful that trip was. So Nate is not only arguably the best water skier in the world, but he's an incredible guy who wants to help others. And a week before this event, you know, he's down in El Salvador feeding homeless families and helping a school. So he's a really good guy, and he's going to be riding skiing here. Whoops, looks like there he goes.
All right, well, he is going to be first off the water right now, 36 miles an hour, 35 off a 75-foot line length. 4-buoy course here, so things are a little bit different than normal, but Nate Smith, no stranger, and definitely a guy who I believe has pretty much won every 4-buoy course that's ever been here in downtown Orlando over the past. A solid, smooth first pass from Nate Smith, our first of 2 skiers in this Pro Men Slalom Super Final. And we got Will Asher, who's going to be coming up next in just a few moments. This is Dano the Mano, the Noise of the North, hanging out over here in the announcers area with the president and CEO of the Nautique brand, Mr. Bill Jurgen. And we are talking about the latest and greatest in everything Nautique. And we're going to get Will Asher through right now, guys. He's a past many-time European, national, and world champion, a past Masters champion for HO water skis at 35 off. This is Will Asher. Around number 2, over to the 3 ball, and over to number 4, and there you go, another smooth pass from Will Asher. So, Bill, as I got you up here, I always try to keep up with what's going on, but there's been a lot of interesting news from Nautique as of late, and I believe I heard about Nautique becoming the exclusive and official towboat for all IWWF World Championships. Tell us more.
Yeah, we're really excited about that, Dano. You know, over the last few years, we've been focusing a lot on global markets, and I've traveled all over the world meeting with ski school owners and federations and athletes. And the one question I've had by far, not even a close second, is we want the Nautique Ski Nautique 200 as the exclusive and official boat to the World Championship. So we signed a deal a couple of weeks ago. Kuno Richard from IWWF, the president, was over from Switzerland, signed a deal, and the response has been phenomenal. I've heard from people all over the world excited about this, and we're excited too. We're 100% committed to making this great.
And that's not the only big news that Nautique has. We'll talk more about that after this 38 off pass from the natural Nate Smith in this super final right now. 38 off, that means that handle barely reaches the buoy, and Nate Smith made that look so easy. You know, as we wait for Will Asher to get back up, Bill, I know that you are a Nautique owner yourself, and you spend a little bit of time out there doing some wake skating behind the boat. Have we had you on a ski yet? Have you run the course?
No, I haven't run a slalom course, even though, you know, we've got some great ski schools that use Nautique, and I get the offer quite often to come out, get some lessons. I wakeboard, wake skate, wake surf a lot. Occasionally I'll get on a ski, but I've never run a course actually, Dano, but it looks like fun. Looks like a lot of fun.
All right, guys, we're the president and CEO of the Nautique brand, Mr. Bill Jurgen, hanging out with me right now in the announcers area. We got Will Asher coming through at 38 off, and stroking that pass, making it look way too easy, and finishing things off at 38 off. That was Will Asher. I got Bill Jurgen up here. We're going to get back to Bill in just a moment, but right now I've got the 2 members of the Super Final. That's right, Miss April Cole-Eller and Regina Jacobs, and they are hanging out with Tyler Boyd right now. Tyler, what's up?
Well, that was excellent skiing, guys, and the conditions were ideal. April versus Regina. I mean, we were saying, well, Regina looked up to April, and then they were both in the finals. What was it like competing against each other?
This is almost deja vu, Tyler. 2 times in another big tournament, we've come down to the final 2 head-to-head. One time she won, one time I won. Today she won, so next time it's mine again.
Good deal. As we take a break real quick, and we're back with Nate Smith, and I believe this is 39.5 off. So Nate Smith, the first one out of this heat. Let's see what he can put together at 39.5 off. Around number 1, nice turn for Nate over to number 2. A bit slow out of number 2, needs to make up some ground around number 3, and he looks like he does so unofficially. 4 buoys at 39.5 off. Regina, the U.S. Open has returned in 2014. You're at the top of the podium once again. What does it mean to you?
It's huge to be here. Thank you for all the sponsors, Correct Craft, for hosting the U.S. Open. It's great to be out here. It's fantastic that we get to be out here on downtown Orlando. And, you know, it's so much fun to always have April out there. And we have a good time on and off the water. And like she said, you know, we've been battling it. Both of us have had the titles back and forth. And she's been skiing great. She ran 1 at 41. And she's just getting better and better as she's becoming the legend of our sport. So.
Good deal, and we pick up back on the water with Will Asher at 39.5 off. Needs it all if he's going to chase down Nate. Over the top at number 1, but recovers at number 2. Typical Willie out of number 2. Over to number 3. Long pull into number 4. And it's all going to come down to 41 off. Well, guys, it's been awesome being able to announce for you guys. Spectators saw a big show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tyler. And thanks again to everybody for making this event possible. Thank you, Nautiques, and thanks, Regina. You keep pushing me.
And congratulations, Regina, on taking another title.
Thank you. It's been an amazing year, and we look forward to next year and returning back here for the U.S. Open next year.
All righty. Well, Dano DeMano, back to you, my friend. It all comes down to 41 off.
That's right. We're going to get Bill Jurgen back over here with us. He wants to give a quick congratulations to the to our top 2 in that pro women slalom final. Congratulations to both April Coelho and Regina Jaquist for skiing just so fantastically out there, and really always so excited and exciting to watch those ladies battle it out. We are getting back at it, 41 off of a 75-foot line length. I mean, these guys are practically touching the back of the boat on this one, Tyler.
Well, I got to say, Nate Smith definitely wants to put all this together. Let's get behind it. Let's see if we can get to 41 off. Around number 1, Nate over to number 2. Needs a big turn at number 2. Gets it over to number 3. Nate Smith, can he make it outside of number 4? And he can. Can he hold? Nate Smith, 4 buoys at 41 off.
Wow. All I can say about that is wow. And in a normal setting, can you imagine this guy can take that around another 2 buoys? I've seen him do it in competition so many times. 4 buoys right there, guys, at 41 off. And definitely, this being a Nautique event, you know Nate Smith is going to show us that 43 off and may even try to challenge his world record.
All right, Dano, so here we go. Will Asher, it's go for broke time now. I mean, he has no choice but to turn it loose here and run all 4 buoys if he wants to continue on in this super final against Nate Smith. Can he get a good start? Here we go. Will Asher around number 1, over to number 2, needs a big turn. Will gets a big turn, huge hit though, and going to have too much speed. That means your 2014 U.S. Open champion, Nate Smith.
All right, and if I know Nate the way I do, I believe that we are not done yet. We are going to get one more pass from him here in just a moment. And while we wait for that, I have got the president and CEO of the Nautique brand, the Yergs, Mr. Bill Jurgen, is here with us. Now, moments ago, we talked about their new partnership with the IWWF and World Championships, but I've also heard that Correct Craft has recently purchased PCM engines and Crusader engines. Bill, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, Dano, happy to do that. We just closed that deal a week ago. PCM and Crusader. Whoops, here comes Nate. Let's watch this.
All right, guys. Well, history could go down right here. Let's check it out. 43 off for Nate Smith. Cutting around over to number 1. That's going to be 1:43 off, guys, for a long, long time. That was a world record as he comes back to shore. Give it up for your 2014 U.S. Open champion, the natural Nate Smith. All right. Well, Nate Smith, that's got to make you happy right there, Bill. That's one of your skiers.
Yeah, Nate's a great guy, as we were saying earlier, and couldn't be happier for him. He just he deserves all the success he has. He's just a really good guy, and really thrilled for Nate.
Absolutely, an athlete who definitely pushes it and has worked so hard to get to this point. So, Bill, getting back to Correct Craft, recently purchasing PCM engines and Crusader engines. I mean, now this is some big, big news.
Yeah, we're real excited about it, Dana. We closed the deal a week ago. Sometimes people get confused on who the parties are. So, Correct Craft is the company that owns Nautique Boats, and Correct Craft also owns another company called Action Parks that owns Orlando Water Sports Complex here, Miami Water Sports Complex. And just last week, purchased PCM and Crusader engines. We're real excited. We've had a great partnership with PCM for almost 40 years. Quality brand, quality service, quality people, and just the kind of company we like to be affiliated with. So we're excited. We're very excited to have them in the family. They've been a great partner. Now we're excited to have them in the family.
Absolutely, and yeah, like you said, I mean, just such a great brand and the history with PCM, and now Crusader. I'm really looking for some big things to come out of this in the future. Bill, I've seen some posts on the new cable park, Miami Water Sports Complex. What else does Action Parks have in the works?
Well, we've got, of course, we own Orlando Water Sports Complex. I encourage everybody that's here, if you haven't been over there, you got to go over. It is so much fun. As I said, I was over there for a few hours this morning. We had our company picnic there. You can have your company picnic there. It's a lot of fun. Just go over, ride the cable, enjoy it. So go by OWC and have some fun. Also, we own Miami Water Sports Complex, and we're looking for more. We've made no secret about it. Over the next 10 years, we'd like to own cable parks around the world, and so we're investing a lot in cable parks and working hard to make them the world's best places to enjoy cable, water skiing, and wakeboarding.
All right, well, Bill, moments ago you touched a little bit about Nautique athletes going out to El Salvador for a little bit of a service trip with Nautique Cares. Now, I know you guys actually brought with you some dealers as well. Can you just touch base a little bit more about that trip?
Yeah, absolutely. We've done about 15 of these trips in the last 8 years. We take employees generally around the world. This last trip, we took dealers, athletes, and employees, went down to El Salvador, worked down there in a school. We distributed food to hungry families in the mountains of El Salvador. These are families that make about $1 a day, and a pound of beans, Dana, was $3. So when you give them a bag of food, they are really, really thankful. So fed hundreds of families, worked in a hospital, did a number of different things, took water filtration down. So this is a typical Nautique Cares trips. We do multiple of these a year. We've been to India, Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya, most of the Central American countries, Mexico a couple of times, Arizona, the Apache Reservation. So we do these trips a lot, and really the key is, for us, we want to build the world's best boats, and of course we believe we do. But we also want to use our resources to make the world a better place. So we're not all just about trying to increase profitability. We like to be profitable, but we're really about wanting to try to make the world a better place, and that's what we try to do through our Nautique Cares initiatives. We've done a lot right here in Orlando. We've worked for Give Kids the World, for Coalition of the Homeless, just right down the street, not very far from here. The last 2 years, we've bought houses and did volunteer work on 2 houses that we paid for right here in Orlando for Habitat for Humanity. So Nautique Cares impacts people here in Orlando. It impacts people all over the world, and it's just a big part of who we are. And we just encourage companies to try to use their resources to try to make the world a better place.
Absolutely, and why not? And Bill, we've talked a little bit about the current, the present, the now. My question to you is what else is in store for Nautique boats in the future?
Well, Dana, we have a lot of stuff going on. You know, as in the last couple of years, Correct Craft's bought Action, it's bought PCM. We've got a couple other things in the works that I really can't disclose yet today, but we hope to disclose soon. As it relates to Nautique, we've got a 5-year product plan that's really exciting. We're always looking ahead, always looking for new product, always looking to develop our product, and so we're very, very excited. You know, in the last 2 or 3 years, Dana, we've won Manufacturer of the Year, Boat of the Year, Wake Boat Boat of the Year, Wake Surf Boat of the Year, Innovation of the Year, Most Innovative Product. All the industry's top awards go to Nautique each year, and we want to keep it up. We're not letting up at all. We want to keep it up. We want to continue to innovate, continue to build the world's best product, and give water skiers, wakeboarders, athletes all over the world really great experiences. So we're excited about the future and excited about this event, excited about doing it again next year.
And so are we, Bill. Hey, before I let you go, because I know you're a busy man and got plenty of people to meet and greet with here on site, what's the best way for someone to learn about the latest news and updates from Nautique?
Yes, Dan. First of all, if you're here on site, go to our website and go to the site here on the tent, and lots of information there. We got our team there. I'll be over there in a few minutes. Would love to meet you. Go by the tent. If you're not on site, you're watching on the webcast. Go to our website, nautique.com. There's lots of things you can check out there. Videos of the athletes, videos of the boats, lots of information. You can also sign up for some of our newsletters or blogs if you just want to keep up with what's going on. We have a Nautique Nation newsletter that goes out every month that basically talks about everything Nautique. We've got a team blog that our athletes are part of that basically keeps everybody updated on our water ski and wake athletes. And then finally, we've got the Nautique Insider. That's a CEO blog that I do. We encourage everybody to check that out. We write a lot of inside information about Nautique and some of the things we do from my perspective. So go to nautique.com, check all that out. And if you're here on site, stop by our booth. I'd love to have a chance to chat with you and meet you. And we just want to thank everybody for coming out. This is a really amazing event. We can't wait to do it again.
Hey, well, Bill Jurgen, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to chat with me over here in the announcers area. We talked about it before. You haven't run a slalom course yet. We're gonna do it, man. Within the next 4 months, you and I. I'm gonna bump the speed up to 32 miles an hour, and you're gonna go through all 6 buoys.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to it.
Or maybe we'll even get Nate Smith to come out and give us a lesson.
All right, we'll look forward to it. It'll be fun. As long as we don't have to compete against him.
Hey, and then you can write about it in the Insider blog.
It'll be fun. I'll look forward to it.
All right, guys. Hey, that's Bill Jurgen, the president and CEO of the Nautique brand. I want to thank you so much again, Bill. And guys, right now on the water, we have got that Super Air Nautique G20.
Hey, I'm Bill Jurgen, CEO of Correct Craft and Nautique Boats. I'm excited today to have with us a good friend of mine, Ralph Bourdet, CEO of As Our Own. Ralph, welcome to Correct Craft.
Hey, Bill, it's great to be here.
Last fall, several of our team from Nautique had an opportunity to visit India and see some of the work Ralph and his team are doing. India is an amazing country, lots of wonderful things there. However, there were some things that really grabbed us, some things that were very concerning. Ralph, tell us a little bit about what's going on in India.
Bill, as you just said, India is an amazing country that's growing economically, but there are serious issues when it comes to the plight of women and children. With regards to children, India has the highest number of orphan children in the whole world. There's over 25 million orphan children in India that are in desperate need of care. Also, there's a great need to look into the plight of women in India, especially in places of abject poverty, where the women are at incredible risk of being trafficked for sex trafficking or other forms of slavery. This happens with children as well. Children as young as 6 or 7 years of age are being trafficked sexually, and that's something that we need to stand in the gap and do something about.
After visiting India last fall, seeing the situation that Ralph described, and the wonderful work being done by the As Our Own team, our Nautique team knew we wanted to help. So I'm happy to announce that today Nautique is donating this beautiful Super Air Nautique G21 to As Our Own, and it could be your boat. We'd like you to go to asourown.org/Nautique G21. learn a little bit about As Our Own, and learn about how making a donation to As Our Own can enter you into an opportunity to win this beautiful boat. 100% of the proceeds go to As Our Own. Nautique has already donated the boat, so all the money goes to help out with the work that Ralph described. AsOurOwn.org/Nautique G21. Ralph, from all of us at Nautique, we appreciate the wonderful work you and your team are doing in India.
Thank you, Bill, and thanks for all you're doing to empower vulnerable children in India.
Take my hand, child, come with me. It's to a castle I will take you, where what's to be, they say, will be. Kiss the wind, see its fin, sail away, leave the day way high in the sky. And won't let the wind won't blow, we really shouldn't go, going up the shore.
Yes, I do.